Aloha, my name is Chad Cleveland, owner of Ahualoa Family Farms. We purchased Ahualoa Farms, which I hate to use the word purchase, but we adopted. We were honored to take it in our hands. We already knew we had the most amazing product in the world to work with. So the only change that was clear to us is to add what's most important to the name, which is family. So we officially changed the name to Ahualoa Family Farms to show and encompass, what is important to us and what is really behind the most amazing macadamia nuts in the world. One challenge we quickly ran into was obtaining enough macadamia nut kernel from other processors on island to create our fabulous products. So we quickly realized we needed to vertically integrate and process our own nuts to make our products and have a high quality, locally sourced, stable supply that we could control. I got a tip. There's this old historic building down Haina Camp that was originally a MacNut factory. So we quickly took a drive down there and fell in love with this diamond in the rough. It was basically left to rot away in the jungle, but all I could see was the bones, the great bones that it had, and the history of what it was and what it could be and what it is now, and just fell in love and knew that we had to make this our own. We started doing a little research and quickly found out and realized that this was Hawaii's, this old facility, this old factory was Hawaii's original and first macadamia nut factory. And it is almost like it was meant to be. Here we were looking for a facility to process nuts, and Hawaii's first MacNut factory is for sale right down the street, just waiting to be saved. And we saved it. We saved it. All of our macadamia nuts are made in small batches by hand, all natural ingredients. We juice our lilikoi, Maui onions we ship over from Maui and juice fresh. Our very own Hamakua coffee is ground up in our coffee liqueur macadamia nuts. Honey from bees on the Big Island is used for our honey macadamia nuts, which is my personal favorite. You can, just looking at the nuts, you could see the labor of love that went into making them. They're all small batch, quick turnaround. We're not mass producing, putting them in storage and you get them 6 months later. What you're getting was made a week ago at max. Everything's fresh. Even in the factory, we fresh crack nuts every single week, and those are going right up to our kitchen where they're making their magic and putting them in those packages that you guys can all enjoy. We are all family here. Some blood, some marriage, but it really doesn't make any difference. We're all family here. Everyone here at Ahualoa Family Farms is family. Everyone here puts their all into it. They believe in what we do, why we're doing it. Our mission and tagline, our mission, and you'll see this around, is Aloha, Aina, Ohana. Those three words are why we do what we do, how we do what we do, and is what we live by and hope everyone lives by and can feel when you're around us, around our products, or tasting our products. So those three words, Aloha, Aina, Ohana, mean a lot to all of us, and why we have the best macadamia nuts in the world grown right here in Hawaii. So we are all one big family here.
At the Nut House, we have quite a few characters. I'm sure you can tell.
I mean, you can't make up the stuff that happens here. The people that are here.
If I were to describe Chad, he's extremely passionate.
He is just so organized. These are all things that I am not.
He's really good at like understanding everything, kind of. It's pretty cool.
If I could describe Kia, I would say, I gotta say that she's loud in a good way.
She has an eye for design, and like literally everything she touches, she makes it beautiful. She doesn't even have to try. She just looks at something and knows how it should be.
It can be a little scary sometimes. Like she, you know, I'm intimidated. I get it.
So you get to the market, right? And there are people that come up and they're like, where's Ryan? And I'll be like, this guy, where's this guy?
He's got my back through it all, anytime. I always count on him. His loyal dedication and probably his patience.
Growing up, like he was hurt frequently, like because he does not back down from anything. Like if he needs to try everything. He needs to experience everything, and he doesn't care if it means getting hurt.
Everyone knows there's a Hawaii time and there's a Ryan time.
He's a good dude, but I do love giving him shit. Probably need to bleep that out.
There's moments and you just, I don't know, we all just look at each other and just kind of shake our heads. Yep, that's Ryan. There's no way to explain some of the things he does. But
Matt is my crutch, if you will. I can lean on him for anything.
Just listening to a voice on the TV or a character's voice, he's able to like do it the same voice, and even people here that work, he does a great Carlos.
He's always got my back. He's always looking out for me in case I do something stupid, which, you know, sometimes people think that I tend to get in situations that are not ideal. So Matt's always looking out for me.
Yeah, he's my knight in shining armor. Yeah, sorry.
Somewhat forgetful. I am too, though, so that's okay. I can say that about him.
Brittany is Matt's better half, but shares the same dedication and loyalty as Matt. Her heart shows in everything that she does. Arnold, another one of our characters that just, I don't know, always puts a smile on your face. We love what we do, and it definitely shows, and never a dull moment. I don't think you can walk through this factory or our kitchen without getting a laugh or someone laughing or some crazy story.
It's more than just like a job. It's like really kind of like we're a little community. It's pretty cool.
Aloha and welcome to the beautiful Hamakua coast of the Big Island, not far from where the very first macadamia nut tree was planted in Hawaii way back in the late 1880s. This first tree was brought over from Australia where macadamia nut is native, and the rest is history as Hawaii created the mac nut industry that we know of today. Join us as we take you on a journey through the process of growing and producing these delightful treats. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a dive into the nutty world of macadamias. Macadamia nut trees are quite a sight to behold when they reach their full growth. It takes about 7 years to reach full production maturity, which is quite a wait and why these nuts are so special. Here on the Big Island, there are several varieties, each with its own unique shape, size, leaf structure, and even nut size. It's a diverse family of nut trees. Here you can see some beautiful macadamia nut flowers. These delicate white clusters, called racemes, bring a touch of elegance to our orchards. They're the early signs of what's to come, and then about 6 to 8 months later, these beautiful flowers turn into little green cakey macadamia nuts. However, these immature nuts are not ready yet. They have a protective outer layer known as the husk. Inside that husk lies a rock-hard brown shell that protects the precious cargo inside, the macadamia nut kernel. When macadamia nuts reach maturity, they naturally fall from the tree onto the ground. This is a sign that it's time to harvest, and all the harvesting is done from ground level. Once they drop from the trees, their green husks split and turn brown within a couple days. Once they're all picked up, they're brought to our processing facility, which is Hawaii's oldest mac nut factory down Haina Camp. This is where the tedious process begins to extract the precious kernel inside. At the factory, the first step is to remove the outer husk using our trusty dehusking machine. Next, they take a fun ride into our massive stadium dryers, where warm air gets pushed up through them, drying them to that perfect moisture for storage and cracking. If they were not dried down, these nuts would go bad and would be very difficult to crack as they'd be rubbery. Once they're dried to about 1%, it's now time for the main event, the cracking. It takes a whopping 300 pounds of pressure to crack a macadamia nut. It's extremely hard and amazing that our wild pigs here on island can somehow break through that tough shell. We use specialty crackers brought in from Australia that uses precision knives to delicately crack open the rock-hard shells, revealing the precious kernel inside. Once cracked, the kernel and shell goes through our trommel, which is a giant rotating screen with various hole sizes that separates the kernel and shell by size. Now that the kernel and shell is sized, it goes through our amazing optical sorter. Using a high-speed camera, it takes pictures as the nuts are waterfalling through it. Based on parameters that we've set, it kicks out all of the shell and any other material we don't want with a high-speed jet blast of air. It is quite a sight to see and the workhorse in our process. It miraculously separates the sound kernel from all the shell and prepares it for our next step. Now it's time to give our kernel a quick roast in this massive oven, ensuring they are perfectly dry and ready for storage. With one final inspection by our keen human eyes, we ensure that only the finest kernels make the cut. Once approved, they're vacuum packed into 25-pound cases, eagerly awaiting their next destination, our kitchen at the Nut House. This is the place where creativity and expertise really shine through, our certified kitchen. Here, our talented team works their magic, transforming our farm-fresh macadamia nuts into all the delicious treats you know and love. From 10 different flavors of macadamia nuts to dressings, dessert spreads, and pancake mixes, they create mouth-watering experiences you won't be able to resist. As you can see, it's quite a process. From the historic Hamakua coast to your taste buds, every step we take is rooted in passion and dedication. The next time you savor one of our treats, remember the journey it took to reach your hands. Mahalo for joining us on this nutty adventure.
Aloha and welcome to the Nut House at Ahualoa Family Farms. We are located on Mamane Street in a cute little town called Honokaa. You can see us right before you hit Waipio Valley. We're in a bright yellow building with a black shaka on it. So if you see us, come on in. Upon entering a retail shop, we have a beautiful lanai. It's just waiting for you to get a cup of our very own Hamakua coffee and check out the amazing view of the Hamakua coast. We have fresh pastries, so come on in, get a coffee, get some pastries, take a chill on the lanai. It's beautiful. Make sure to hit up our welcome cart. You can get a little info on our ohana here at the Nut House. You can learn how to crack your own mac nut. It takes 300 pounds of pressure, just so you know. You can also learn about coffee and mac nuts and sign our guest book. We also have on the lanai a map and there's pins in it. So make sure, grab a pin, put your pin in, let us know where you're from. But be prepared. Once you enter our retail shop, you might not want to leave. The smells are delish. This is definitely where all of the magic happens. Everything is made right here in small batches with real ingredients from the Big Island. You'll definitely get a gourmet experience that you can't find anywhere else. Our kitchen magicians definitely hold down the fort. So our mac nuts are 100% Hawaiian grown. We juice our own Meyer lemons. You can see some of them in the parking lot on our little lemon trees. You can see them mixing cocoa for our dessert spreads. The aroma of flavors are amazing, so just make sure to come on in. We welcome you to a rainbow of our beautiful products. You can discover your new fave. I definitely love the coffee liqueur that actually has our dark roast sprinkled on it, super yummy. We also have 10 flavors to choose from, so you can definitely find a favorite flavor in that. So make sure to grab some tasty treats and some Ahualoa merch. We hope to see you soon. Until next time, aloha and mahalo from us at the Nut House.
Something about opening packages always cheers me up. Alright, fine. Ooh. Ahualoa coffee, the good. Let's have them.
Oh, it's pretty good. Wow. I'm impressed. I would probably roll through all of these in like one sitting. Okay. Just, like,
Can you not save some for
just keep it coming.
Save some for milk chocolate. Too sweet. Really cool.
Oh,
Wow, the
it's really good.
flavors. Dark chocolate.
Solid.
Sea salt. Whoa. I thought this was the most pure form of the mac nuts, but
these guys are Big
these
Island.
are dry roasted.
Oh, you guys are from the Big Island. Very cool.
Big Island. Man, that is so good. The spicy one.
It's interesting.
You can have this one.
I like it. It's very creative.
Pineapple, coconut, Maui onion, and garlic.
Good.
Island honey.
It's good.